Hello dear students. Before we start up this lesson, we would supposed to know or we should know about the poet that this poem has written. We'll see George MacDonald. He was born in the year 1824 and died in the year 1905. Was a Scottish author and poet. He is known for the fairy tales he wrote for children. His work had major influence on other well-known authors and poets such as Lewis Carroll, Walter de la Mare, and C.S. Lewis. His best-known works include fairy tales such as The Light Princess, The Golden Key, and The Wise Woman. So please just note down or just remember the fairy tales that he has known, that he has written. Especially he is known for all these things, like Light Princess, The Golden Key, and The Wise Woman. So dear students, please be acquainted with the poet also. And now we will see the poem, The Bird's Lesson, from page number 56. Let's see the content. What is the content? Here we will see that God has bestowed every creature some qualities. We all of us have, no matter small or big, whether what to say the animals or whatever it is, rich and poor, it doesn't matter, but we have something or the other to learn from every creature that God has created. Here also we will see a bird. What is the heading? The bird's lesson. So this particular bird is giving us some lesson to learn. Let us read this poem and try to understand the content of it. A little bird with feathers brown sat singing on a tree. The song was very soft and low, but sweet as it could be. So what is written there? A little bird, so not a big one, not a huge one, not a mighty one, but it says a very little bird with feathers brown. And here there is a description of his feather also. How is the color of feather? It is brown. Sat singing on a tree. Maybe it can be this bird is not being noticed, not being seen by the other people. Often, we want or we have already wanted that other people should notice us what we are doing. But here, this particular bird sat on a tree and singing a beautiful song. The song was very soft and low. The music, the tune, the tone, in which this bird is singing is very soft, very, pleasant to hear, and the sound was very low. It is not that, sometimes what we do, in order to tell, what we are doing, we might be, like publishing, we might be doing some kind of, writing articles and sending it to the other so that the people should know about us. But here, this particular bird is not like that. The song was very soft and low, but sweet as it could be. And the melody of the song was very sweet. I hope the first stanza is clear to you. Now let us move on to the next stanza. And all the people passing by looked up to see the bird, whose singing was the sweetest that ever they had heard. So all the people passing by. And as I already told you in the beginning, that this particular bird was sitting on a tree and doing his own work. And the people who passed by or crossed that way looked up to see the bird, whose singing was the sweetest. And it is not that this particular bird is asking the others to listen to his song, but then the music was so sweet, the voice was so sweet that the people stood and listened to his song. Whose singing was the sweetest, and these people were wondering by listening to the music or to the song of this bird that ever they had heard. So it was so sweet, so soft, so lovely that they had to stop, as we know, okay, that we don't have time. We are so busy with ourselves that we don't stand and wait to see what is happening. We just simply go. But here there is something, okay, which is different from the others, and that's why the people who are just crossing or walking by on that road had to stop and listen to the lovely music or lovely song of this bird. But all the bright eyes looked in vain, for Birdie was so small, and with a modest dark brown coat, he made no show at all. And what do we understand from the third stanza? That all the bright eyes looked in vain. Bright eyes means the eyes of the people, the eyes of the passers-by, all those who are just walking or crossing by that way. They looked around, but in vain. Their eyes could not see the bird. It was very difficult for them to look at those birds because that bird was very small in size. And that's why it is said in vain. What do we understand? When by the word in vain, that means they did not get any result. They looked for, they wanted to see the bird, they wanted to find out the voice, but then they could not. For Birdie was so small. And the answer is what? The answer is this bird was very small, and because of that they could not find or see the bird. And with a modest dark brown coat. Modest here it means simple. And that's why it is said, okay, the coat means the things that the bird is wearing. What does the bird wear? Of course, it's feather. Okay? Yes, the body is covered with the feathers, and feathers looked brown. Okay? He made no show at all, and just because of that, okay, because of his look also, this bird was not seen. So we see two different things here. The first is the size of the bird, and the second, the color. Just because of this bird was not seen by those people. Let's move on to the fourth stanza. Papa dear, little Gracie said, where can this birdie be? It could only sing like that, as I would sit where folk would see. So here, as I already told you in the beginning, that this particular bird is teaching us or letting us something know which we are unaware of it. So this bird is giving us a lesson. What is that? What is that lesson? Here this girl says, Papa, dear, little Gracie said, where can this birdie be? This particular girl wants to know, because you know the children are very innocent. Okay, we should all be innocent, only then we can look for the beauty, or else okay, we cannot find any good thing or beauty in others. If I could only sing like that, so this girl desires or wants to listen or wants to become like this bird. I would sit where folks could see. And here, this girl is saying, okay, I would sit. And she is expressing her desire to sit where the folk means the people are there. Okay, where she will be noticed by the others. So, dear students, all these 4 stanzas, okay, right from the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, first 4 stanzas you are supposed to read and learn at least 12 lines. Your homework, just listen carefully, your homework is to write the poem, just write down and second one, write the word meaning. And then the third one is you are supposed to learn the poem at least 12 lines. Okay, so learn the poem at least 12 lines. Hope I am very clear to you. If you have